Hey, Michael here again, out exercising and investigating, looking at tracks, looking at plants, learning from the ground up some biology and botany and zoology, and looking at some rubbing on a magnolia tree. I noticed some wild onion, live and learn. I've seen the magnolia tree for years, finally getting into some plant ID and foraging and botany. Identified that it was um, that it was a magnolia recently, and as you can see behind me, and looking at it just now, like I say, as I say, to look at some of the rubbing marks on it. Maybe it's deer. I noticed some green onion. Again, I've seen the tree a long time, but never really, while I've seen looked, I haven't seen, so to speak, as the saying goes. Finally identified that there's some green onion by it. So there it is over there, under this magnolia tree. You got this little clump of green onion. Got the magnolia tree. Got some rubbing on it. Creek's just down there. Planes flying overhead, of course. Some oak over there. Trail, woods, a lot of pine. Little water hole. Stays most of the time. Some washout, the trail. Again, more oak. Some shrubbery over there. River birch. Dang, this one. Name's not coming to me right now. That tree right there. All the leaves gone. We've got those really big leaves. Sycamore. Yeah. Seen some bugs out here. Grasshopper. It's January 8th, 2017. About 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's take a look. So here, we got the green onion. Notice the lush green color. You got the white down there at the base. One of these I snapped off, took a bite of, like here. Again, notice it's kind of like the green onions in the grocery store that are double folded, so to speak. It's not one single piece of material as grass is. So, here we got some grass. Notice the kind of vein pattern running down the leaf, whatever it's called. You got the bottom. Notice how it feels. Snap it like that. See how it breaks differently, tears differently than the green onion. It is a clean break, clean cut. You got this stuff with the kind of V shape to it, as opposed to this, which is that typical green onion thing to it as you find in the grocery store. A little bit over here too. See the rooting down there. Dig one of these little guys up. Dig around it. There, and you see the white part? You got the onion down there. I'll just leave it be. Cover it back up. Protect the roots from predation by insects and whatever else may attack it, fungus or anything. Then you got this guy here. And you can see down there. The white part, you can dig it up and eat it. I'll just leave it. Cover this guy back up. I'll just leave it like this. This is how it was. think the area might have been disturbed by some deer doing some scrapping. Could be wrong, but maybe some other animal, but I think it was deer. So, there's some more green onion for you. Near a magnolia this time. So, there's some more wild onion for you, some more botany and foraging. Hope you enjoy. Hope you get out there and do it more your own. You know, remember, be smart about it. It's against the law to pick stuff on a lot of public land and in parks. Some places, national forests, you can get a foraging license, kind of like a hunting license, to go out there. Of course, you can do it on private property. But, you know, get out in the real world and learn what's going on in the real world around us and the world in which we really live. Not just the four white antiseptic walls of a house. Houses are great. I love them. Protect us from the weather and all that. Give us security. But, you know, make sure you get out in the real world and study it and know what's going on. Know where your food comes from and what the world's like and how all animals and plants are all interrelated and interconnected. Understand ecology. Know the big picture. And remember, the most fundamental thing about it is identifying plants right and understanding all this is logic. You know, not deduction, deducing things. Thinking skills being more fundamentally integration and induction, drawing generalizations, forming concepts, identifying similarities and differences in our experience, not in la la land in some books or inside our imaginations or heads, but outside us in the real world. Consciousness is externally directed. So, you know, to identify things right and understand them and dig into each individual plant and animal and how they all fit together and what their lives are like, you know, we need fundamentally induction and integration. Drawing generalizations from the evidence of the senses and experience and connecting things. Deduction is secondary. You know, it's using concepts or generalizations we've already formed on new material. And, you know, since it's using concepts and generalizations, it's impotent and it doesn't work unless you got the concepts and generalizations in the first place, which means you need concept formation and induction first. So get out there and study your tracking and plant identification, and remember, reason properly about it. Study thinking to be a good forager, tracker, botanist, zoologist. You got to first be a good thinker. Hope you have a good day and enjoy nature in the real world.